Hello, my friends. Thanks for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting American craft beers with Dr. Dave. Fantastic, baby. Now, for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today, we have one that was sent to me by my good buddy Jonathan out of the Garden State there in New Jersey. This is from the Seven Sons Brewing Company. This is the Tom Foolery. Yeah, Tom Foolery, described as a session pale ale. Checks in at 5.2% alcohol by volume, and the date stamp on the bottom indicates that it's about 93 days old. Now, part of that's my fault because I have so many beers in the refrigerator, I can't drink them all. I need help. Yes, that's the truth. Yeah, so anyway, I don't think it's going to make a big difference with this beer because this is a session pale ale. The hops that were in there are not big and bold, and if they did deteriorate slightly, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Now, if this were a double IPA at 8%, then the hops would be diminished and they wouldn't shine through. The alcohol would still be there, but the hops would be diminished. And you see, that's a very light color. Looks like lemonade coming out of there. That's because it's a session ale. Session ales are not intended to be killer beers. Let me wipe this off. A little bit of beer went down the side here. Yeah, they're not intended to be killer beers. They're intended, just as the name says. You go into the bar with a few of your friends, or you're sitting around the patio at your house, a very light bodied beer that you can just drink a few of and you won't think twice about it. You say, oh, I better not have another one. I've had too much. Yeah, you could say that with any beer, but not something like this. Now, for a session ale, this poured out extremely hazy. Extreme, got a beautiful white foamy head on it, but the body itself is almost like a glass of orange juice, isn't it? Yeah, doesn't it look like orange juice? Extremely hazy. Let's see what kind of aroma we can get out of this. I'm picking up some citrus in there. Almost smells like orange to me. I said orange juice, and it smells like oranges to me. All right, hey, we're going to drink this beer, but before we do, we're going to thank the brewers at Seven Sons Brewery there in Howell, New Jersey. We're going to thank my good buddy Jonathan for passing this along to me. We're going to say cheers to all of them and cheers to you at home, no doubt. That's surprisingly good. There's a lot of foam to drink through, but that's surprisingly good. I'm picking up all citrus in here. There's not much else in here. A very light bodied beer that's jam packed with, I would guess that that's orange peel that I'm picking up. Very light on the hops, very easy drinking, smooth beer. There's nothing offensive about this at all. You could drink several of these, and then when you stand up to use the bathroom, you will feel the effects. That's how it works. There's not a whole lot I can say about this beer other than it's light bodied. Um, the mouthfeel on here is very light. You get that citrus in there, and that's the end of the story. Yeah, just and that's not to say that there's anything missing from this beer, but that's how these types of beers are. Anytime you see the word session, it's going to be a light bodied beer. Probably at the very most, 5.5% alcohol. And I'm saying at the very most. Most of the time, it's 4%, 4 point something percent. Now this one's 5.2, so it's on the upper side. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with this beer. There's absolutely nothing wrong at all. But then on the other hand, it doesn't have all the aromas and flavors that you would find in a full-bodied IPA or even a full-bodied pale ale that's not a session ale. So there you have it. What can I tell you? Hey, life is short. You got to be happy. If this is the kind of beer that you like, go ahead and buy it. Drink it up, baby. Don't let me stop you. Just one man's opinion. All right, then. Next time, we're going to have killer beer. That's for sure. Until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers.